was the cleanest goldfish opening I've ever had ever. Look at this. Just so good. Ugh. If you happen to be a cracker company watching this, stop putting your crackers in bags, please. Because 95% of the time that don't happen. That just doesn't happen. I can tell you that firsthand. Anyways, we're doing a room tour today. So that's kind of fun. Since I can post a lot of content, some people will see my background and then realize like how cool I am and how cool my bedroom is. And I had one person ask me one time if I would ever do a room tour, and I was like, yeah, maybe. And I think the funniest thing about it is that they didn't ask me on this channel. They asked me on probably my business channel, which is so funny to me, because obviously I'm not posting this there, right? I'm really hoping this is the nail growth oil that I think it is, but I guess I'll find out the hard way. I thought it would be kind of fun to do a room tour since I technically didn't do one when we finished like putting my room together, and I don't know why I didn't think about that until now, but we spent multiple weeks of my life slaving away to this bedroom, and I feel like I deserve to show it off and you deserve to see the finished look because you helped me. So that's the plan. And honestly, I don't know where to start. I don't know if y'all remember that TikTok trend that was probably like 3 or 4 years ago now, where somebody said like your bedroom is a reflection of your brain or a reflection of yourself or something like that. And I don't think I've ever agreed with this statement more. I am not a quiet person in any definition of the word. I used to be super like, I don't want to say offended, but like hurt when people be like, oh my gosh, you're so loud. Like, oh my god, stop being so loud. But I've come to the conclusion that I am simply a loud person. Not even just in like volume when I speak, but in how I live. I don't want to let my life just pass me by and let me be sad. Because as far as I know, I'm only gonna be here once, unless I come back as like a fish or something else. Maybe a peacock with how this is looking. I could be a really cool peacock. But I don't want to spend any part of my life hiding who I am and what I like and the weird aesthetic that I have given myself, because it doesn't make me happy. Filling my room to the brim with knickknacks and art and my favorite Disney character, that's what makes me happy. And that's what I'm going to continue to do throughout probably the entirety of my life. So with that being said, let me officially introduce you to myself, or my bedroom, whichever way you want to look at it. And what better way to start with than at the door, which honestly is probably the most boring part of my room. I put a little command hook on the back of it to hold my bag that I take with me to work, which this bag is freaking ginormous, but it holds so much shit, so I don't have to carry around 2 bags. Anywhere on my walls where you see empty space, don't worry, I will eventually fill them. I just don't have any more art right now. Very sad, I know. One day it will be completed, but for right now my room is not really complete, but it's as complete as it's gonna get now. Like, I'm not gonna rearrange it. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say is the room tour still stays. The basis of my bedroom is not going to move anywhere. But we have my glorious door, and then next to my door is the first collage wall that I ever did. Most of this art is from one fair that I went to, and there's a ton of different artists on here. But this wall is scrumdiddlyumptious to me. I love how it mixes between prints to like little tiny paper ones to these glass works. This is sea glass. We got like a sand dollar over here. There's a picture of my best friend here, or one of my friends. We don't really talk so much anymore, but I love her so much, and she hangs right by my door. I have actually had 2 people that I've dated ask me, who the fuck is by your door? Is that your friend who killed himself? I'm like, no, that one's live. Just sent me a Polaroid and I put it on my wall. And I feel like that kind of sums up the friendship that I have with everybody that I come across. But above my beautiful friend and this beautiful wall, I have container of stuffed animals #1. There are so many in there. I love them all. I promise I need them all. I might feel differently in 2 years, but for right now, I love them. Same with these guys up here. And going that way, same situation. These guys are sitting on this giant stack of what just looks like empty containers, but they actually used to be reptile tanks. For those of you who do not know, I have a ton of reptiles. I think I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. I have six reptiles. Technically one is a frog, but I do count him as a reptile simply because they're in like the same area of my house and he's not a dog or a cat. Like my pets are split up into dogs, cats, and reptiles. Like that's my 3 sections, right? But they used to all live up in my room. I used to have tanks here, and then if you go like way back, like two or 3 years in my content, I used to have tanks all here as well. And I had 2 geckos up here, and I had another one over here on a little table that's now replaced with the cat box because I sleep with my cats now. But it just got to the point where my room was way too hot during the summer because they all have heat lamps and they all have these lights that they need to stay healthy and happy and all the things. And I actually replaced the tanks. These are old tanks. I don't like this brand. They're falling apart, so I bought new ones, and I just simply have not moved these out of my bedroom yet. And I genuinely have no plans to, because my mom actually brought up the point. She's like, if you like really clean them out and like disinfect them more than you already did when you moved your reptiles the first time, you could keep them as storage. And I'm like, you know what? I might need to do that, especially for yarn, which we will be talking about later because I have so much yarn. Hazard of being a crocheter, honestly. I can't blame anybody but myself. But that's the story behind those guys. There's nothing actually in them, at least not that I know of. This one's completely empty. I hide my drinks in here when I'm filming along with the tissue box because of course. And then this one down here currently has my goldfish, a stack of books for content I'm filming. And then as I mentioned, I sleep with my cats and they're super curious, so I put a blanket in here for them to lay because one of them hangs out in there all the time. Or at least he did when there wasn't a blanket in there, and then I put a blanket in there and now he's like, I don't care about this in the slightest. I don't want to be in here. But that's his prerogative. It's there for him if he wants it. If we continue panning to the right, we come to like this next section of my bedroom right next to my bed. Starting at the bottom here, it looks crazy, I promise it's not. This is my current cord situation. It's not great. This is my ring light. Everything cord wise I never really look at because simply why would I? But this is my snack bucket. It's a popcorn bucket and it has snacks in it. This is a sweater that I'm currently working on, and then we have my trash can. Very exciting, I know. In the bottom here I have extra cords. These are notebooks for content planning, and then my laptop. I also apparently have a book sleeve cover, but I'm not sure what book that goes to. I might have to look into that. I'm actually not sure. The second one has some little knickknacks, candles, because I'm obsessed with candles, books that I was starting to read and then never finished, and then like a little, oh, what did my friend call this? My most consistent like part-time job that I have is working for someone who is a handbag designer, and she is absolutely just wonderful, a fantastic, amazing human. But she and I both like struggle with mental health things, and she was going through a really hard time where she's like, I just need something comforting, so she made one of these that is like this, the plush one on one side, and then like, I don't even know what it is on the other side. I think it's cotton, but it's got like this waffle texture, and then she put this cute little tag on it that says stars can only shine in the darkness, or stars can't shine without darkness. And she made a couple of these, and I came into work one day and she's like, okay, I know we're both like crazy losing our minds because it was the middle of market season, and low-key we were both like kind of like mini going through it, not like losing our minds, but just like not having the best time. And she's like, pick one out, take it home. I'm calling it my something. I can't remember what she said. My snuggly, my comfy, my cozy, something along those lines, right? Thus, my snuggly, comfy, cozy lives on my shelf here. Truly though, I think I brought this to college with me once or twice, and it actually really helps. I don't know why, but thank you, Miss Girl, for that, because I think it actually like truly 100% changed my life. I've also slept with it like right here, which is so weird because I have a million blankets that I sleep with, and for whatever reason that brings me more comfort than my blankets. Couldn't tell you on that front. But that's all we really got going on in here. On the top rack is where all of the magic happens. Let me see if I can move my butt a little bit. It's a little messy at the moment, but I promise there is like a little bit of cohesiveness here. These are all of my upstairs crochet hooks, and then just some pens and such, which I use all of the time. I also have a gay flag because of course I do. Why wouldn't I? In this little bathtub here, I have all of my fidgets, my Kindle clicker, the other part of my Kindle clicker, and then an extra bookmark. There's obviously knickknacks and little like collectible things literally everywhere. Like I have so many. This jar used to be filled with honey that I got in Ireland. It was really good, but I finished the honey and now I have book corner like bookmarks in there. This is that nail oil I just put on. I literally only used it 20 seconds ago for the first time in like 6 months. And then we have just a bunch of other miscellaneous stuff, honestly, like scissors. There's a necklace that I was wearing. This is what happened last time. I just keep putting jewelry in here and forget about it. Chapstick, a light remote, hand lotion, another candle, shocker. My current scissors and hook go-to, which is down there for a reason because it's separate from those ones. These are technically downstairs supplies. Little tiny itty bitty pair of scissors. My Apple Watch, which broke like 2 years ago and I still haven't fixed. 2 pairs of compression gloves, hand sanitizer, a hair clip, some more knickknacks, These beautiful shells. Oh my gosh, look at these guys. I have 2 of them. These are from the same artist, but she like paper maches them in there, I think. And then these beautiful like oyster shells. She gets them from Washington Oregon Shore, I believe she said. But back over here we have some more bookmarks, index cards for whatever reason, and then this is just a little container of pins because why not, honestly? If anything, this top section is really just a catch-all, but we're trying not to make it a catch-all. As you can tell, I only have like 1 necklace that shouldn't be in there right now, and I'm proud, honestly. Usually it's a lot worse than that. Continuing up, we have my super awesome, amazing turtleite, my pegboard, which y'all sit there a lot. I moved these 2 pegs around to hold my phone for different content positions. As so, this is where you were sitting for the intro. This is where the pegs are right now. That's how we get this angle. It is literally one of the only places where my phone can sit because I refuse to get one of those octo buddy things on my phone. I'm not that much of an influencer. I'm not that cool. And I love my Caseify case. Okay? Not sponsored, but I love my Caseify case. So I just use these little pegs and move y'all where you need to be. But also on here, I have a lanyard from one of my other jobs. Cute little fishies hanging here. A backpack that I don't think has anything in it. No, and honestly, I don't really know why the backpack is here other than just for shits and giggles, honestly. Oh my gosh, there's things that fell in here. But these are just some cute little trinket shells. Let me pull this guy back out. Come here. Of course that would happen. Of course that would happen. Okay, one rescue mission later, as I was trying to show you, and we'll pan back up there in a second, each of these little containers has some stickers in it. They are all the same design of sticker in each little container because these are actually my own original art. Before I got into crochet, what I started with was actually stickers, and these are the only set of stickers I ever actually made. Other than like a thank you sticker. But they're my ghost stickers. They all have different ghosts on them. These ones are my carnival ghosts. This one is being dragged along for the fun. This one's just having the absolute time of her life. Enjoying whatever festivities they were up to. But that's what's in here. I have not sold a singular ghost sticker in my entire small business career, but I've never really promoted them. I don't really like advertise the fact that I have stickers because it's really just this group of stickers. And I don't think I'll ever get back into sticker selling, but that's why they're here. When I originally got this pegboard, my plan was like fill it all up with everything and all of these stickers would be on this wall because I was running everything out of my bedroom. I'm like, okay, on my bedroom wall it goes. But obviously it didn't expand past these, 6 little containers, and then I have sticker packs with all 9 of them in them right there. Like, that's just all that it is. There's obviously a bunch of little knickknacks on all of the shelves because anything that has an empty surface, I can guarantee you I will put something on it. Which, as you can see, is what happened at the top of the pegboard. We have just some more wonderful little things. An Employee of the Year sticker that I got and was put on my t-shirt and then went through the washing machine, but I'm still the Employee of the Year at my wonderful job, so it stays there. And it has nothing to do with the fact that I am the only employee, okay? Nothing to do with that fact. I also have this cute little thing up here that's like a hook, and then these are little magnets on it. I don't really know why I have those things up there, but I do. This lanyard goes to my Imagine Dragons Loom World Tour VIP little lanyard hanging thing. Love that. Same with my VIP little speaker box. Had the time of my life. Great concert. So close. I knew all the words. Love Imagine Dragons so much. And then I'm gonna have to like parkour my way up here. Above the pegboard, we have these 3 cute little cloud shelves. Once again, common theme. Literally just trinkets everywhere. This guy, if I can show you, this is like these are the first set of shells I ever hung by myself, but this is like a little cereal bowl candle. Isn't it so cute? It smells delectable too. It's kind of dusty right now, but it does smell really good and not just like dust. And for now the dragon can sit up there. That's fine. Now if you're wondering what is above that pegboard, you'd be right. More freaking trinkets, dude. More freaking trinkets. This one started off being my Stitch shrine, but it also has a picture of baby me in the back, but it is mostly just Stitch. Running theme going on here, Ocean Stitch. It'll become very apparent very quickly. To the left is more like personal stuff. I have a picture of me, my mom, and my dad. And then Stitch kind of bleeded over into here too, which is what's going on. And then I have that cool little lantern thing that I want to put shells in eventually, but I haven't done it. On the top of the blue one, I have some more trinkets, including a goose. He actually lights up, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he does. I don't think he's charged though. That's unfortunate. When I said I wanted to film a room tour, I didn't think it would involve me breaking everything in my bedroom. That's kind of funny, honestly. But I do think this goose is dead. He's not turning on. He does light up. I just don't think he does right now. Where's his off button? Here we go. And as I was going to show you next, this beautiful jellyfish hangs from my ceiling. Let me put these guys back up there and we'll continue on our journey. Nobody touched the jellyfish. but I think it's okay. On top of the yellow container, I have just a bunch of cute little stuffed animals, and it actually goes all the way around this corner. Oh, I forgot about that fluffy mallard duck. Oh my god, he's so cute. Really just stuffed animals, and then a mochichi. I love my Stitch mochichi. At this point, I am standing on my bed, but I don't really think that's important. We're just gonna finish the upper section first, because honestly, my bed's nothing special. It's a mattress. I only use blankets. I don't believe in a top sheet. I'm sleeping on top of my comforter. And yes, I do like it that way. I don't think it so much has to do with the fact of me being lazy or not wanting to make my bed every morning, because I simply don't care about that. I genuinely think it's just a comfort thing. I love my big blue blanket. That is this guy. He's what I mostly wrap up in, and then when my cat steals it, I have many other options, okay? I'm a blanket person. I'm a blanket hoarder, but I love it. But always on my bed, you can find my headphones. That's my content planning list, and then the current books that I'm reading. There's only 2. My Kindle's just in there as well. And then we have my lavender friends. This is my little frog, and this is my turtle. I got them at the Lavender Fest last year. They're filled with lavender, and they help me sleep. I swear to God, it's the only thing that helps me sleep. Those guys, along with my weighted stuffed animals. This one's a pink cow, and this one's a crustacean. And then my baby weighted one, a blobfish. Blub, blub, blub. They have beans in them, and they're fantastic. Anyways, back up to the ceiling. Above my bed, I have a net. This net has ocean squishmallows in it. That's a sea cow. That's a little shark, I think. He's turned upside down. Oh no, little shark. Oh no, he's just facing in that direction. A little whale. What else do we got? We got a pirate crab. Going this way, we have more guys. I love this one. He is my favorite. There's more little ones over there. And then we have a crocheted mama and baby squid. And I think that, oh, and we got cute little guys there too. But that's above my bed. So if I shove you on my bed, this is what I look up at night. And no, it's not scary. It's been on my ceiling for, gosh, how long has it been up here? 1.5, 2 years now. And it's never fallen. Nothing's ever fallen out of it. And it's held up with like 8 different tacks. And it's good. And it's groovy. And I've never had to like change it or anything. I don't know how it's still up here, honestly. This one's holding on for dear life over here, but she's doing a good job, so we don't talk about her, okay? We don't talk about it. Back to the wall, I'm gonna put you on 0.5 because I don't want to hit my head on my net, but let me give you a wall tour. For my headboard, I have a bunch of different Stitch Squishmallows. I love them so much. This piece of art right here is really, really cool. My mom got it for me for my birthday. It used to be one of those like letterpress things for, I believe, a newspaper. As you can see, there's some of the letters here, but then the rest of it is just filled with like ocean trinket situation. Like there was obviously a whole bunch of shells. We got like what's that called? Driftwood. This is fake seagrass, but seagrass, sand dollar. There's a bunch of different ocean like related things. This is sand. These are coral. This one's actually real dead coral. Like it's so pretty. This is really cool. This just hangs in here. This one fell out and I had to glue it back in, but everything else is exactly where it's supposed to be. This just might be rotated a little bit. Right next to it, I have a painting I did. On top of it, I have my Stitch collection of little mini Stitch guys and a couple of bunnies. I had extra space and it felt weird leaving it empty, so I put some bunnies there. But then I also have these cute little lockers dedicated to different Disney people. We have Tinkerbell, Pooh Bear, Mirabelle, Stitch, Snow White, Alice in Wonderland, and then Jasmine. I love them. I absolutely love them. If I have one weakness for a current kid toy, it's Doorables, Disney Doorables. I don't know what they do to them, but I love them so much. This painting here is one that I did. This one is one 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 I did. And this one is one I did as well. Again, painting is one of the things that I actually started my business with, but now they're just kind of here. I don't have them listed anywhere. I think I sold one piece, which is why there's an empty spot, and I just never refilled it because I'm like, I'll just make another painting. I haven't painted in like 3 years. This is not like a happening thing. This doesn't happen all the time. It happens never. It's never gonna get filled, honestly. It'll probably just stay blank, but I'm okay with that. This is beautiful art that I bought somewhere. This is beautiful art that I bought somewhere. This one is actually, what's it called? Sea glass. That freaking red bottle cap, those are apparently rare. Super duper rare, but look at this guy. Oh, he's so freaking cool. I have more beach glass, stick, shell vibe hanging here. And then on this adjacent wall, we have this little shelf here. We have big Stitch Funko Pop, collar of a dead dog, more Stitch things, more cute ocean themed things. You're gonna find a theme here. Those are cool. I don't really know what they are, but I opened them one time and I think they're cute and I kept them. I never bought any more, but they're like those mystery blind box things. More little things from mysteries, more bunnies to go with those ones down there. And then this is actually a dragon who's a little pin. I bought him at Ren Fair Renaissance fair. He sits there. He's fantastic. I love him very much. This is a completed set of the Disney Adorable cars. I don't know where the people are. Please don't ask me. I promise they're somewhere in my room. And then up here on top we have my Ocean Baby, what are these called? Sunny Angels. I bought the entire Ocean set because I love them. I don't think I have the rare one. I think I got I think I did get the rare one, but I didn't want to display the rare one, so I just have the normal 11 or whatever. And then on top, because yes, there is more stuff on top of that, I have a cat that reminds me of my cat who's dead from a Mariah Elizabeth, what are those called? Mystery box. I only ever bought one. I'm never gonna buy another one. And I hold on to it because it looks like my cat that's dead, okay? It's a weird thing. And then I have this really grumpy frog. I love this frog. I also had or have a Christmas frog. I don't know where he is. I wonder if he got put away with Christmas decorations because sometimes I like change him out for being seasonal, but who knows? Definitely not me. Continuing to the right on this wall, this is a puzzle octopus that I did. This is from Trippy Draws when she was first making art like 4 or 5 years ago. I love this turtle so much. This is beautiful art that my friend made me. This friend is dead. Do not be dismayed. He lives on my wall. This is from my VIP package from the Imagine Worlds Loom World Tour. This is from when me and my friend took a trip to Portland. We were originally going to see Coin, and then the band broke up and they didn't finish their tour, but we did still go to Portland. And then below that, I have this puzzle that I have Mod Podge together and stuck on my wall. Yes, I am very aware that there are missing pieces in the puzzle. This is my, like, ode to my friends who have committed suicide. Not to make this video, like, super dark and deep and, like, sad, but I do have a couple of friends who have committed suicide, and this was like my remembrance piece for them. This originally started as a project when I lost my first friend when I was a freshman in high school. I pulled out the Stitch piece from Stitch's face and I kept it, and it's actually a piece of jewelry that's over on my jewelry wall. I don't wear it anymore because I made it and it wasn't good, but I pulled the piece out. And the signification of that was that he is literally my missing piece, and my world does feel a little bit smaller without him in it. And then as I was making the puzzle and working on this project, I did have a second friend commit suicide when I was a junior in high school. He got a piece. He's a part of this puzzle, and now that this puzzle is Mod Podged, I have not had anybody else in my life that I have lost, and I'm not really like a spiritual person. I'm not really a religious person, but I do think that by me finishing this project and keeping it on my wall with the pieces missing, I can't lose any more pieces to the same reason, which I'm really testing this year because it's a 2-year cycle. Like, if you notice, lose my freshman year, not my sophomore year, lose my junior year, not my senior year, and then this year. Supposedly, I will lose somebody else in my life, to suicide, but I'm hoping that doesn't happen. And, no signs of it since I've finished this project, but it's kind of just here. It's on my wall. It's not sad. It doesn't bring me sadness, and it's by my bed simply because, I just am so worried that I'm gonna forget them as a whole. But I do bring them with me. This is my remembrance jewelry piece for them. It's a puzzle piece. You get the vibe. My little 16-year-old brain went a little crazy with it, and when I finished this, I realized just how much this stupid puzzle means to me. Not the fact that it's a puzzle, right? My first friend who I lost loved puzzles, which is why I did this in the first place, was like hey, you're a puzzle on my wall, bitch. Like, you're not really dead. But I think when I lost my second friend, it grew more into this thing of a nonprofit that I still want to start, but I don't think right now is the point in my life where I'd have the resources or the time to be starting a nonprofit. But in my little brain, it is called Project Puzzle, and the entire point of it is that I haven't worked on logistics or anything, right? Because I was 16. The idea is still up in here, but taking puzzles in some form, taking their pieces, and then making them either into jewelry, into like a car decoration, into a magnet on your fridge, into a little, just like maybe a little frame, and then you put it on your wall, like nothing fancy. But then you would get this piece of a puzzle, and you would be supporting Project Puzzle, which takes the funds from those and then helps to cover funeral costs for people who have lost their loved ones to suicide. Both of the people that I lost in my life were like my childhood best friends from where I grew up in the Midwest, and I wasn't there for their funeral. I didn't want to be, but I was 3,000 miles away. And I actually have never had any part of that. But I cannot imagine what my friend's parents were feeling as they had to not only grapple with the fact that they lost their kid at 14 and 16, but then that they had to, like, essentially pay to lose their child. You know what I mean? It feels weird to me. So my hope is to one day do that. And this is kind of a little reminder to me. I really don't think it's something that I'll ever forget, but the more that I live my life and the more that I continue living, I realize how much they didn't get to do. And I think it's a good reminder for me. Not that I want to be sad about it, right? But I truly believe that by losing them, I no longer view suicide as an option for myself, which I don't talk about a lot, but I did when I was younger. I struggled a lot with suicidal ideation. Not a lot, like not like to the point of hospitalization or anything, but just struggled with finding the value. Like I was literally like, what's the point? But now that I realize that this option is permanent, just like this puzzle is going to be a permanent fixture on my wall no matter where I live, I think it just shifted, gave me some perspective, you know? But like I said, we're not getting emotional over here. This is just a room tour. Gosh. Dang. This right here is really where the whole yourself is plastered on your walls really reigns true for some people. Like this is literally, this is me living their lives for them to the best of my ability. Guys, we still live at home when we're 20. What do you think? No, I think they'd actually think I'm really cool. I mean, they always thought I was really cool, but now I'm really cool. Guys, look. Tattoo. I have more too. Look, there's frogs on my foot. Can you even see that? There's frogs on my foot. Like, guys, I promise I'm getting cooler. Just aren't here to see it. Any freaking ways. Let's finish this wall part, shall we? I'm putting you back on 0.5, but next to it we have my wonderful pin collection. It has expanded into 2 boards. I actually need to go through and redo this because I want all of my stitch pins on my stitch board. And then everything else goes on here. You get it? You get that vibe? And in between my pin boards, I have my lanyard that I wore the entire time that my family visited Disney in 2023. Literally came across this by funnies. This was just happening to sit on a table, and I picked it up because duh, of course. This entire lanyard is just stitch pins. Exclusively stitch pins. This one's my favorite, Space Mountain. That was my friend's favorite ride before he died. So I did get the Space Mountain stitch pin in remembrance of him, which I love. And then these are all of the pins that I bought while I was in Disney. I really like pins. But I have a lot of really cool ones. Like this is a book that opens, which is really cool. I love that one. This one is so cool. This is all Moana characters. What else? Oh my gosh. Oh, this one's really cool too. This one also opens. We got the parrot, the dog. And then our little guy up front here, I don't think there's anything yet, but it can open into like a 3-panel thing. Look at that. So cool. This one I won with pin training. It's an Incredibles 15th anniversary pin. I don't really think they're that like sought after, but I think it's really cool that I got that. My family went to Goofy's Kitchen while we were at Disney. We got more Stitch. Common thing here. What else? I have these 2 really cool ones. I don't know where they are though. Oh, these ones. I think I only have one actually, but it's a little hourglass and you can flip it. And the sand actually does fall through. Oh, look at that. Isn't that so cool? I love it. Oh yeah, she moves on here. Celebrate laughter. She's so cool. I love them. I love them all so much. But anyways, pins aside, next to it we have a little bit more Stitch flavored art. Again, running theme. Moving our way to the right still, we have my wonderful window. Hi! This is where y'all sit a lot. You will sit right here. This is where you were sitting a little bit ago. And you'll face this way. Da, da, da. Look familiar? Usually I'm using my front camera because this feels really weird to me looking at the back camera. But that's where y'all sit. Hey. Truly not a ton going on in my window. We have my light here. This is technically supposed to be a light, as you can see, but it doesn't work. So it just sits here and be cute ocean decor. I have some cool glasswork here that is an octopi, a little Stitch snow globe. This is a really hefty, I think it's just a paperweight. which is crazy to me that this is a freaking paperweight, but it's this beautiful, like, jellyfish glass piece. Oh, it's stunning. I love it so much. It technically has, like, this really protective case it should be sitting in, but why the heck would I do that? This used to hold a plant, but my cat likes to eat plants. So now Gerald just sits here and be sad. We have another candle. This is a potion that I bought at Ren Fair. Dee 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 dee. Look at that. Oh, love it so much. When you get a potion from this company, he doesn't sell online, which is so sad. But when you get a potion from him, let me see if I can zoom in on his name. Focus. Ta-da! This fantastic, fantastic person. You get to pick what you want it to be. So this is a bottle of river cream. If you want to read about it, feel free to read. It's fun. I love her a lot. But finishing off the windowsill, we got another little glass octopus, my Swift tea mug. Y'all get it? Gosh, I love it so much. A cute little Stitch snow globe that I do keep out year round. My fan, and then my window. That you will notice only one half is covered in this window clean. But when the sun's out, my room gets like blue. It doesn't get rainbows. I wish it would get rainbows, but it doesn't get rainbows. It just gets like blue tinted. But it is still pretty cool. Now, above my window, we have a lot going on too. We have this fantastic frog picture next to my cowboy frog. This is the first crochet tapestry I ever made. We don't talk about the back. He sits here. We have a whale puzzle. We have a fish puzzle. We have a ship puzzle. Turtle puzzle. I don't even know what else is over there. Jellyfish, octopi, and a wave. Those are like my puzzles. And then we have my letter board. If you didn't know, this is a Taylor Swift quote when she released the Tortured Poets Department. I got the board when she released the album. I can't find the letters to change it. I don't know where I put them, so we're forever in the Tortured Poets Department situation. But I have these adorable little stuffed animals up here from a company that I see every once in a while at events. Beautiful, wonderful, fantastic. Oh, let me jump down onto the floor. This is really kind of embarrassing for me, but I have never like breathed so much before. I don't know if it's because I'm going up and down or because I'm literally just talking so much and I forget to breathe when I'm talking, but I feel like I just ran a marathon with my breathing. Not great, guys, but we only have half my room left, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. You want to start with the ceiling? Let us, shall we? The rest of my ceiling has these vines on it, or like there's a little bit of a gap between the net and then the vines, but we have vines that have lights over here, and it's beautiful. In these vines with lights, I have a whole bunch of different ocean creatures hanging from fishing line. That's the sun up there. There's a jellyfish. This is a stingray. There's a little octopi here. Like, oh, there's a shrimp. Can you see the shrimp? I can't even reach it. There we go. Shrimp. We have another octopi. A lot of people crochet octopi. There's a story behind this. But then we have some little fishies too. Wow, there's like nothing over here. Probably because there's a reptile tank there. But I collect different ocean creatures from different crocheters when I go to markets and then put them on my ceiling. I use it as a way to pull the crochet community together on my business page because for whatever reason there's a lot of competition in the crochet community and I think that's really, really gross. So instead I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy a little ocean creature and then I'm gonna put him on my ceiling and make a TikTok about it and we can all be so much wonderful fun and happiness together while your art lives on my ceiling of a crocheter who literally does it like part of her living. Like I think it's really cool. I love my little community ocean project that I really am the only one participating in because I don't get anybody like sending me anything or anything like that. I just want to run into small businesses at market, but I run into quite a few, as you can see. It's a lot of fun and I enjoy it a lot. But moving down and back over to where we were, this section is entirely new and I am in love with it. I have a whole bunch of art from different artists on this wall, literally everywhere. A lot more sea glass and then paintings. I feel like I'm missing something up there. Oh, maybe I didn't ever fill it in. I don't know, but a lot of really cool art. That one is a wooden jellyfish cut out. That one is hand painted. And then this is actually needle felting, if I'm remembering the craft correctly. And then these 7 shelves are just filled with more trinkets. This one is a continuation of my Stitch Shrine, along with this guy. This one machine is spillover from these. These are my Disney Doorables claw machines. And then those are made by Disney Munchkins, or Munchlings? Munchlings, or something, and that's what those guys are. Those are 3D printed stingray that stay up and are really cool. That's another one of those, like, bigger mystery box things, and then those are little tiny crystal Pokemon from a small business that I work for. These are my Palm Buddies. I call him my Washington State Fair Palm Buddy. He's not really a Palm Buddy, but he is Washington State Fair merch. And some more little stuffed animals, and then stitched trinkets up there. Love it. Not my favorite shelf, but it'll do. A fantastic candle. Smells amazing. It does in fact say Christmas hearth. I don't care that it's not Christmas. I like the smell of Christmas, okay? Don't judge me. Moving on, we have an empty spot with 2 tacks. You can't see the other one, but for when I find my speeding ticket, that's where it goes. More beautiful otter paintings, and then continuing on this way, we have my lovely Stitch Shrine pet net situation, which leads into the ultimate Taylor Swift shrine, which is this entire box here, including what's under it. I have my Eras Tour popcorn bucket in there, a bunch of magazines about Taylor, some Mad Libs, lot of Taylor Swift in here, right? And then inside this bucket here are my Taylor Swift, what are those called? Oh, my friendship bracelets and like the light up bracelet that you get at the Eras Tour from when I went. Because I love the Eras Tour so much, and I miss it. I truly miss that night, mostly because I blacked out and can't remember it, and would love to get those memories back. I just don't think it's gonna happen. Sadly, I don't think it's gonna happen. On top of it, there's more just trinket stuff. I don't even think it's necessarily Taylor Swift themed. We have little tiny munchkin things in my Stitch, Lego, Eras Tour movie cup, light up whale. I can't see anything else. Oh, those are all flowers that I crocheted up in the cup there. I don't see anything else worth noting, honestly. Below it, I have these 2 really cool frogs that look like mermaids. I pinned them to my wall with tacks. Tacks are my best friend. Beautiful octopi, which I bought at the same event, but were not from the same people. They didn't even know each other, but I just thought this was really cool, so I put them together. And then this is my lovely jewelry organizer. I have keychains on the far side here. Bracelets, more bracelets, more bracelets, more bracelets. They are split up into like the type of bracelet that they are for the most part, but I actually haven't organized this in like 3 years, so I might be wrong on that front. And here I have rings and so much jewelry that needs to be fixed. Like it's literally insane. That's all that these dishes are. And pin backs, apparently. How about those? And then below here we have my necklaces, my wonderful necklace assortment. As you can see, I really just used the first hook because why don't I use any of the other ones that are given to me? Like there's an entire empty hook here. There's 2 empty hooks here. Wow, what a concept. This right here is that necklace that I mentioned that I made. Ta-da! There's one of the puzzle pieces. What a cutie. As you can, I actually wore it to a ranch that I was working for the summer, and you can totally tell, and it feels like it too. Hence why it just stays there for right now. And then we'll just continue this front top part because we're almost done, but we have some more beautiful art. This one was done by one of my mom's patients. This one is one that I did. That's a print my mom bought. There's a cool octopus hanging on top of my door, which I think I forgot to point out. And then up top here is my last kind of trinket shelf. Most of this has really delicate glass work on it, as you can see. Use glass too, and then we have some just more Stitch trinkets. That cup right there says Swifty as like a bracelet. This is my favorite goose ever. My cat loves to eat him too, but he should be sitting up there on that shelf. And then below it, we have my dresser. Ta-da! Nothing really that cool happening in there. And it does have a blanket on top of it right now because my cat is a menace to society. And he keeps knocking things down. As you can see, this guy should technically be up there. But there's not a ton hiding under this blanket. It's mostly stuff that I need to hang on my ceiling, and then just some really cool pieces that actually stay on my dresser. I just haven't gotten the chance to finish it, so this is like the one current predicament in my room that needs to change. But backing up a little bit, I have my pajama basket there with a kite that I want to hang from my ceiling. Another common thing here is that I wait to hang things. My closet door has a Taylor Swift Speak Now Taylor's Version poster on it. Thank you, Mom. I love you so much. My closet is open because there's way too much yarn in it. I'm not kidding you when I say that my entire closet is just yarn. No, I have no intentions to change it as of this moment. Yes, I realize this is a problem. No one is more upset about it than the person who cannot close her closet when her cat likes to sit there. Trust me, I know, okay? But I simply have nowhere else to put it right now. So this is my one thing that I let myself have. Included in that is this little pile of stuff I've yet to take care of. I simply cannot. I spent 2 weeks on this room. This can wait till next time. And then under the corner we spent so much time on is my reading place, which I obviously sit in. and put my hangers on. I sit here a lot actually, so these guys are getting pretty squished down already, but I got my really big Stitch Squishmallows here from Costco. I love Costco. I have my dog in a duck costume because of course I do. This is my giant life-size Stitch from somewhere. I don't even remember. And then I have another weighted octopi on here. There's a couple of other really cool guys too. This is a sleeping Stitch. That's my beluga whale. This is an octopus. I have a lot of blankets. Again, really big blanket person. Blankets are the one thing too that I don't feel like I have to fold all the time, which is fantastic because I love the cozy vibe. And to me, this is cozy, right? This looks like somewhere that I want to collapse and never leave. That's the vibe that I'm going for. But the last little section we have to backtrack to is right here and is buried under said coziness. This basket up here is just more yarn and then like a DIY kit is in there apparently. These are crochet books that I have pulled out from under my bed to make things for my upcoming season. And then this bucket down here is just more yarn with cat toys in front of it. And then I did mention this, but my bed does open. I can pull this up. My entire mattress comes up and then there's just a bunch of craft organization under my bed, but you don't need to see that. Because it's really, really bad. Or honestly, I don't even think bad is like the right word. It's just messy. It's not organized. I rarely go down there. It just holds like, honestly, mostly diamond paint kits from my mom. And then my crochet books are down there along with some like fabric beading from an old hobby when I wanted to make jewelry, like things like that, or what live under my bed. But I rarely go in there. This is where I reside most of the time. I genuinely think that I forget to breathe when I'm speaking because I still can't breathe and I didn't even go up and down that much to show y'all that side of my room. Someone needs to like remind me to breathe. I swear, that's just preposterous if you ask me. Anywho, thank you all so much for joining me on my cute little room tour. Me later when I'm editing this and when I'm uploading this is probably going to be extremely surprised by how much I can talk about my bedroom. But there's a lot to tell in here. There's a lot of stories. And now that I've kind of introduced you to my room, I definitely believe that what's happening up here is the same that's happening in here. I refuse to use my big light. I have all the lamps on for this. I just love my ambient lighting. And nothing will ever make me hate it. Which I don't even think I pointed out, but I literally never have. Like my LEDs are on in the background. This is that lamp. You saw the little Stitch snow globe and then my vines glow. I got my turtle light on over there too. Anyways, y'all don't need to hear me complain about the big light for another 20-30 minutes. Like I can continue on, but we don't need to be here for that. So I'm going to bid you a farewell. I hope you enjoyed the room tour, I guess. I don't really know if enjoyment so much as if you're like, maybe get some room inspo. That's my freaking goal, dude. I want to inspire people to have more cool bedrooms because it makes me really sad that people don't express themselves in their rooms. I'm like, girl, throw up on those walls. They're your walls to throw up on, you know? It's also really funny. We actually rent the place where we live, and I am aware of how many holes that I have put in my walls, but simply, I don't care. I really don't care. I have moved so many times and done this at so many places, and I don't think we've ever been charged like an outrageously high like moving out fee. If there's any giant holes in the walls when I take this stuff down, I do go back and like put some whole plastering stuff in it and then paint over it, but that hasn't happened yet. Mostly because all that I use is really command strips on most of it now that I'm looking around, or painter's tape on the back of those really light prints. It's just painter's tape holding them on the walls. I don't know if it's because we've lucked out at the places where we've rented, so they're like, oh, whatever, you know, a couple tack holes doesn't matter, but like I've moved into a couple of places where there were holes in the walls, so who knows, maybe it's just a where I've lived thing, but nonetheless, I love my room. But I'm gonna stop blabbing along. Thank you all again so much for coming with me. I would love to know what your rooms look like. Mine kind of has a cohesive theme of like ocean and Stitch, but it's also kind of not cohesive because again, I like throw up on my walls everywhere. C'est la vie, I love it, and that's all that matters. I hope that you guys stay safe, happy, healthy, and have all of the wonderful, amazing things happen to you until I see you next Tuesday. But for real this time, that is all that I have for you this week. Until I see y'all next Tuesday, I hope that you stay safe, happy, healthy, and all of the wonderful, amazing things are happening to you and happening in your life. And I cannot wait to see y'all on that Tuesday. Ciao.